Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching this video from. This is Money, and this video is from iPro Repairs. And this video tutorials is going to be how to replace the iPhone 12 LCD. So without further ado, I am just going to straight dive into it. First of all, you have to turn the phone off. This is already turned off, so there shouldn't be a problem about that. And so I'm going to use my Pentaloop screwdriver. There are two screws at the bottom of every iPhone. You have to unscrew them like that, and this one as well. Take it out. My heat plate is already on, which means I have to warm the screen a little bit before I can take it off. So the Pentaloop screwdriver is taken off. Okay, I'll put this one. This one is already warmed up, but you have to warm it about 2 minutes to avoid any screen burn and also damaging the motherboard if it is the heat is too much. So this is going to go off now, and I'm going to use my flexible thin metal prier to pry along the screen in between the screen and the main frame. This screen is actually broken, but if your screen is not broken and you're taking it off, you have to be extremely careful to avoid breaking it, because this screen is very, 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 very thin, light, not that strong, and they're a bit expensive to replace. So be careful about that. So all I have to do is to make a little bit of incision between the screen assembly and the the metal frame. Gentle, and then lift it slightly to detach it from. It's quite tricky, very tricky, so you've got to be very careful. Okay, making that it's very, very tricky, guys, this one. Okay, I don't mind breaking the screen, but I still want to do it gently because the screen is already broken. It's hard to see, but it's broken. There you go. Lift it slightly up. So I'm going to put my fingernails in between the screen and the and the metal frame, and then try and get underneath again, and then start prying around to cut through that adhesive that is holding it down. But I have to be careful to avoid breaking the screen if the screen is still good. See, there you go. Still being very, very careful. Very, very careful. But like I'm saying, this is already broken, so even if it breaks, but for the sake of those that have got screens good and are trying to open it for something else, maybe a motherboard change, charging port, battery, anything like that, you've got to be very careful so you don't buy a new screen. Okay, so I'm going down. I'm being extremely careful. There you go. There you go. It's going nicely. Okay, so now that is done, and I'm going to cut through this adhesive here. Don't put the what is called metal prior too deep, because there are cables here. So you open it from here. Okay, there you go. Then turn it around like that. As you can see, it's all good. And now I have to use another screwdriver to disconnect and take this shield out, metal shield that holds the this what is it called, speaker cable. You've got 4 screws holding it down. There you go. That's down. Then you take this shield off nicely and put it aside. So, and then disconnect the cable from here. That's it. That is disconnected. Nice and easy. And also disconnect the LCD cable itself from the motherboard from here. But before then, we have to take off these 2 screws and take off the shield as well to expose the LCD connector. Okay, and this is it. But before I do that, I have to disconnect the battery. But I should have disconnected the battery first anyway. So guys, next time when you're doing your own thing, make sure you disconnect the battery first to avoid any power going through. Okay, so let's disconnect this. I don't like using metal priors on the motherboard. That's why I'm using my fingernails. It's usually better if you have what is it called, plastic prior. So you've got the screen being disconnected, 2 cables all fused together. I set this one aside. There's a job to be done here now. So I would like to warm the back of these a little bit, because it's quite sensitive, sorry. So there are, what is it called, screws here to be removed. 1, 2, 3. That pins the speaker module down. I'm going to take them out. Which one is that? You need, there you go. There you are. And one tiny one. Okay. Still warming the screen. There you go. So that's lifted up now. I am going to wait for it to warm up a bit, and then I will definitely take it out. So now this has been warmed a bit. So what I'm going to do is to use this metal spacer, pry along the speaker assembly and try and remove the, what is it called, the sensor easily, because at this time it's possibly soft. The adhesive has been softened, so it should be easy for you to remove it, but you have to be extremely careful. So going underneath it just like that easily and try and wedge it up, but you have to be very, very careful. It's trying to prove a bit tough, isn't it? So I'll go from here and wedge it from here to make sure that the adhesive is a bit loose, and then from there, that's it. And this one is loose as well, so now we are left with this one to lift up slightly. Okay, we get in there. There you go, there you go. So everything is out now. So I'm going to put the speaker assembly here, okay, and take out the new LCD assembly, okay, and we'll replace it. So this is the new LCD assembly. This is how it looks like. I'm going to remove this. It's just a tape. Turn this plate mat off, heat mat, sorry. And as it was removed, I'll put it back the same way. But in order to do that, I'll make sure that this bit is inside the groove here first, okay, and then press on the mic here, and then make sure this bit is also sitting in its groove. It's quite fiddly, so just be very careful with it, okay? Especially it's not easy when you have bigger fingers like I have. Doesn't make things easy. Okay, let me lift this up and then place the speaker very well in its groove. And I'll put this one here and then sit the whole thing on top. And then I will try and align everything in its place. And now, next up is to put the screws back in. Hey, stop messing about. There you go. It helps when you've got these magnetized screwdrivers, doesn't it? Whoever invented this to make my life easy is a genius. So put this one back. Oh, hello there. And now I have to use, I'm coming, boss. Listen, I have to use the magnetized one, it's better. And then I will stick this one in here. Okay. It's just to pick up the screw and use the right screwdriver to drive the screw in. Which is, I think this is the white tip. And same with this one. It's got a white tip head. Stick it in that little hole. Like I said, it's very, very fiddly. And it doesn't help with my huge giant fingers, but I'm a very, very small person as well. Okay, so now this is done. Next thing is to fit the screen back. So fingers crossed, everything is okay. I am going to put this back and reassemble it. Let's go, let's turn it this way. Okay, first of all, the short ones will go in first. Let me disconnect the battery before I make a mistake. I was charging it. So there you go. I'll remove my hand out of the way so you can see what I'm doing. So make sure you connect this one back in and make sure it sits flush without any struggles. That is gone in. The next up is this one. There you go. That is also sitting in. And we've got the last one. That's this speaker module. And that has gone in. So the last thing to connect is going to be the battery. And then that one is proving to be dodgy as well. Okay, battery is in now. Okay. So now battery is in. I am going to fire it up and test it and see if it's all good. I hate to be disappointed, to be honest. Okay, let me put charge on. Okay, that is not looking good. This is not looking good. Okay, I am going to disconnect the battery and put it back on again and see. There you go. I'm gonna do the same thing again. Let me just see if the LCD battery connector is actually sitting properly in there. Okay, let's put the battery in again. It's quite stressful when it comes to this bit. Okay, let's go and ask again. Ah, at last. Damn. Well, she's back on. So we've got a couple of minutes just to seal it back, and hopefully everything is all right. And so, unfortunately, iPhone is unavailable for 3 hours. Okay, never mind. So what I'm going to do is to assemble everything properly, and then that will be the end of how to replace your iPhone 12, just in case you need it. So, hey, like I said, my name is Manny, and this video is coming from iPro-Repairs. If you find this video informative and educative, like I always say, it's just for educational purposes and possibly entertainment. So if you find it any of these topics, please don't hesitate to give us a like, flip that subscription button, and if you feel bullish, give us a comment over there, whatever you think, and I'll do my best to give you a prompt response. And again, thank you for watching this, and I'll see you again with another video tutorials. Until then, I say ma salama, ciao, adios, and thank you. Keep watching till I put this stuff in. What I do is just prop the screen up a little bit with that, and then I can put this what is it called, the screws in. Okay, you are not coming here and just escaping. There you go. All screws in. Fantastic. And I'm going to put the LCD shield and the LCD and battery shield in. Okay, screw in. So good. Then I'm going to close it down. Okay. Oh, says 2 hours 59 minutes. Okay, so we'll wait. So now let's seal this Let's now align the screen properly. There you go. And be nice and gentle with the pressure on the screen so you don't break anything. Okay, now it's sitting flush, which is quite nice without any struggles. And I'm going to seal it with the Pentalobe screwdriver screws by just inserting the 2 screws at the bottom, and that will be the last thing to do. And I'm going to screw it down. And voila. Job. Hey, they just escaped.
Yeah, because we're going out.
Oh, sorry, bro. Sorry. Okay, sorry. Okay, so all done now. And we have to wait until it is finally out of unavailability. Okay, so until then, I say ciao again. Bye.